Hello, everyone. This is Ben Dunn, your AP Sensei. AP standing for Anarchy Press, a comic book publishing company founded in 1985. And coming up on its 40th anniversary, we're going to have a big birthday bash at the Norris Conference Center in San Antonio, Texas, on March 15th, 2025. So hopefully, we'll see you there. So, I've been thinking about comics. I've been trying to be a force of positivity in comics. I don't like to think or believe that comics are going to go away. Comics will always be there as long as people want to create comics, as long as people want to buy comics, as long as people want to support comics, and as long as we have stories to tell and creators out there willing to tell those stories. I think the problem is the comic industry itself. I use the word industry loosely because is it really an industry in the same vein that it is like when you manufacture cars or you manufacture, widgets, or even like Hollywood, which is an industry that pumps out entertainment? Now we're seeing a shift, I think, into the indie comic sphere where you have to understand that, big publishers such as Marvel and DC have betrayed their trust with their audience. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I think it's not more or less that the sales have fallen. It's because of whatever the economy of scale is, and that people are just spending less. The content. It's about trust. When you go buy something from somebody or for something, there's a certain inherent amount of trust that the product you're going to get is going to do what is advertised and that it's worth the value that you place on it. Comics are a tricky thing because each comic is like a snowflake. All comics are individually created by a human being, or at least for the time being. And every comic has its own unique signature. Comics can be derivative. Comics can rip off one another. It's been done since time immemorial, as long as comics have existed. The thing is that each comic is a unique product. And then over time, you try to build trust with your readers by providing something that they really like. That they will want to come back over and over again to read. The thing is that I believe Marvel and DC and some of the publishers have betrayed their trust with their audience, and that they are not producing things that they have been known to have been producing in the past, to a certain audience. Now, when an audience is being betrayed by when a producer is being praise their audience, then the audience is going to lose trust in that product, and they'll move on to either something else or just simply stop buying that product. One of the things that I believe that Anarchy Press has really been good at over this last almost nearly 40 years is that we try to not compete with Marvel and DC. We're competing in the level that we're making comics, but we try to provide our audience, our readers, with something different, new and unique, in hopefully bringing a creative vision, from a certain creator that hopefully will resonate enough with enough readers to keep us in business. And that's really what it comes down to. But we also are very transparent in our dealings with creators and with our audience. We want to make sure our audience are happy with what we do. I'll grant you that we're not. We are also trying our best to do what we can in a economically tough situation right now, considering that there are probably fewer comic book stores now than there have ever been, before. And we're trying to stay afloat with the limited number of comic book stores that are still ordering comics on a monthly basis. And the thing is that once you betray trust with your audience, it's very difficult to win back that trust. The thing is that when the good thing about something like Anarchy Press, which we are a small publisher, is that we are not reliant on one single individual genre or one single individual character or even a universe, a quote universe of characters. Because we are very flexible in our ability to change with the changing times. And this is what we've been doing since our beginning of our company. And one of our mission statements is that we want to provide good comics for our readers, and give creators a chance to get their work out there to be seen by others. Now, of course, back in the day, it was much more difficult to get comics out there because you had to go through various rigorous processes to get your comics out there. Now it's far easier to get a comic book out there than it ever has been. And you can do crowdfunding, you can do digital, you can do all sorts of ways to get your comics known. And it's all about the content. If the content is something that resonates with people, then great. You're gonna hopefully make enough on it to be able to continue creating more and more comics. What it really comes down to is but you build trust with your audience. That's the thing. If you look at some titles that have done well over the years, they built trust with their audience. They know they ship on time. They create quality product. They create characters that people resonates with the readers, and they do not attack their audience. That's really primarily the one thing, those things that have been lacking in the comic book industry is the betrayal of trust, a sort of social contract between the readers and the producers. And when you become so highfalutin that you don't care about the readers and you just want to just do your own agenda, that is a breaking of that trust. And it's very difficult to bring back the audience once that trust has been broken. I've been doing Ninja High School since 1987. 2 years. It will be reaching its 40th anniversary. And the only reason that I know for a fact that my readers of Ninja High School who continue to support it, I know that I cannot betray that trust that I built over the years for those who've read my comic Ninja High School. And it's as it approaches the issue number 200 and its 40th anniversary, I want to continue to build that trust. I'm not going to, but also the good thing is that it's a creator-owned comic that I can play around with. I like it to be a reflection of things that I enjoy, and that the readers expect from a comic book like Ninja High School. And that is to me very important, because if you don't have that connection with your readers, then you're not going to succeed. It's simple as that. You can be drawing comics for yourself. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. But don't complain if you're not making a living at it. If you can't convince enough people to buy your book, then you're just doing it as a vanity project, and you're just doing it basically just for the hell of it. We are in a business, and you have to treat your comics as a business. You have to treat it. You have to think about things like taxes and shipping, and making sure that your customers, and are satisfied and happy enough with your product that it will translate into sales. And then you're translating into sales means that you will be kept in business so that you may continue to produce product. Once you get into the stratosphere where you can reliably get a certain amount of customers and audience, then then you can start playing around with things that may be personal to you. But even then, it is a slippery slope, because it may alienate your customers. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that, the biggest thing right now in the industry is trust. We are losing the trust of our customers. And what I mean by we, I mean the comic industry. I'm not talking about individual creators. Individual creators can build their own brand, their own audience as they see fit. But if the overall audience is not going to be entertained, then they're not going to support it. So anyway, that's just my feelings for today. So until next time, this has been Don signing off.